What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Mike Lethal. I watched a little bit of this CJ So Cool reaction. I mean, interview. It's an interview, and he's talking about how his life is. Shout out to Say Cheese. I watched. I used to watch it a lot. I've been sleeping on them. I used to watch it a lot. Now I see they getting bigger. I just need to tune in more. I really need to just tune in to a lot of people on YouTube. Like CJ So Cool, I've never really watched him. I maybe watched him like once or twice, like years ago, and it looked like, man, his success is getting bigger, man. This little drama with him and his baby mom, it's crazy. It's all over the place. But y'all gotta understand, he going through a lot right now. He just lost his family. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna get into like his reaction to his upbringing and stuff like that. I want to see what he been through, man. Cause I've been through a lot myself. So like, you feel me? I gotta see if I can relate. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, we gonna get into it.
Now, you said that the foster home didn't work. Explain how it didn't work.
Well, it was a lot to do with what I would like to call racism. The people that were raising us in the foster care, it was more so a check. So it was me and my little brother. They were more concerned with getting paid versus taking care of us.
Damn, he hitting it. He hitting it hard. He going in. Um, um, I know I said I was gonna tell y'all about what, my life and stuff like that. Like, um, later on when the YouTube people come, when I get more views and I get more likes and subscribe. But I'm gonna just let y'all in a little bit. Um, he just said he was in foster care. They were mistreating him. He was mistreated. Um, yeah. So me growing up, I was in group homes. I'm from Chicago. I'm from the south side of Chicago. I grew up in group homes. I think somebody was telling me. I seen it in the comments. He from Indiana. So yeah, that's not even far. Like, shout out to Indiana. That's like 2 hours, 2.5 hours away, depending on where you're going. Like 3 hours or whatever. But yeah, I've been to Indiana a few times. It's kind of rough out there. I ain't gonna lie. It's it's kind of bad, similar to Chicago a little bit from when I went, what I seen. But but yeah, so yeah, I grew up in group homes. I was moving from home to home. When I was 10 or 11, I got adopted. Um, so yeah, like I know exactly what. But we gonna keep on going. It ain't about me.
And when the social worker would come, I couldn't hold back. I've always been the same person. I just tell the truth. When they would ask me, I would already be coached by the foster parent. Say this, say this, say this. Don't say the truth. And then when they would come, the social workers, I just let it all out. We're getting treated so wrong. I haven't ate today, whatever it was. I would just let them know. The roof is raining in my food. Like, I remember everything in detail. It was so horrible.
Yeah, I've been there, man. I've been there. I've been starving. Like, shit. Like, you go to some people, foster people. They'll starve you, abuse you, beat you. I done been through it all, man. I know what he talking about. So he touching home when he talking like this. You know what I'm saying? He telling the truth. Like, they'll tell you, like, oh, say this, say that, say this. Actually, shout out to my brother. We were being mistreated in one home, and he just said something. Like, it was just like, me and my sister, we were young, so we were scared to say shit. We were just, you know what I'm saying? They was telling us what to say. My brother was like, nah. Like, we don't eat no more. Like, I'm getting skinny. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can see my bones. Like, I'm fucking not eating. Like, help me. Like, I need to be out of here. I need to be here. So, like, shout out to my brother. We've been to a lot of homes. Definitely been mistreated in a lot of them. So I know what he talking about, man. Definitely know what he talking about.
The social workers took us out of the situation. They contacted my real family, and that's how my grandmother adopted us.
Okay. So there were days they would starve you.
Starve ain't the word. I remember the only entree we had. The entree was the ABC spaghetti, oodles and noodle, whatever you call it, right out the what do you call it, Chef Boyardee can. We ate that so much, I was literally eating metal out the cans because we was eating it out the can. So that was so horrible. That's why I treat my kids and my girls' kids the way I treat them, because I already been through it. Where people are only concerned about a check and not about the well-being of the child. So seeing all that, it was like, okay, not only am I gonna make myself professional, but I'm gonna be the best dad, best stepdad I could possibly be. So that's where all that came from. The way I was raised, the way I was brought up, it all tied into who I became.
You recently just said that your mom was on drugs, heavy on drugs.
Heavy. She missed my whole life. And literally, I'm not making this up. My mom, okay, let me say, my mom, she was in Las Vegas when we were in Gary, getting taken care of by my grandmother, which is her mother. And she was doing her thing, scamming, whatever she could do, counterfeit money, stealing from the store. She was lit. And then she got caught, and then she went to prison. We never seen her before the prison, but we definitely didn't see her after. So now that I became this person, my mom came back into my life. I'm seeing these so-called leeches. You know, I don't want to talk bad on my mom. She still was my biological mother, but I will tell it to her face. I feel some type of way now.
That's usually what happens when you do something with your life. People come out of nowhere and they want to be a father or a mother or a cousin. You know what I'm saying? They, especially when they're related to you and shit like that, they just want a piece of what you got. You know what I'm saying? They try to use you. Shit crazy. It's just life, I guess.
You weren't there. I had to grow up this way because you weren't there. Imagine being raised by your grandmother and your great-grandmother, and you're living in the 90s, and they're from the 40s, the 20s. My great-grandmother was born in 1929. So I was being raised under a whole other genre. I would go to school in elementary, I'm singing The Temptations, everybody singing Biggie and Tupac. I didn't even know who the freak Tupac was. Tupac, Biggie, I got sunshine on a cloudy day. I was at school on my knees singing to every girl. So I was raised this way, and it's like, I was the kid with the tight pants on, with the ashy elbows. I didn't have the drip, because what was drip? My grandmother didn't care about the 90s swag. I didn't know about FUBU until high school. Rockaware, all those things that everybody else, Jordans, what? I had my LA Gears on or whatever Payless was selling. So I literally went through it. I mean, but I'm not ashamed to talk about it. Obviously, I'm gonna be open with you guys, because a lot of people that see me now, they don't see any of my past. So they call me a flexer, and I do too much, and I stunt too much, and I'm flexing on my fans, but they don't understand the upcoming. When someone comes from absolutely nothing, the bottom, and they get anything, they're gonna be ecstatic about that, and that's me. I'm excited about my fame, my success. I made over $10 million just making myself a YouTuber. No one came up to me and said, you should be a YouTuber, here's a check. I just started making videos, posting videos, and then went up from there. Actually, my little brother Jinx, he put me onto that. I don't mean to jump too far ahead in my life, because obviously there's a lot of steps, but before I became a YouTuber, my little brother, his name is Jinx, he already had a YouTube. He moved in my house, and I would hear him in the room. He would be so excited, screaming, yelling, laughing, but I didn't care, because I was a dealer. I dealt craps and blackjack. So when I came from Gary, well, while in Gary as an adult, after the military was over, I got the trade of card dealing. So I dealt blackjack, excellent dealer, and then I learned craps, excellent dealer, and then all of the employees was telling me, you and your energy, you belong in Las Vegas. You belong in the mecca of gambling, because you are not regular. So my whole life, everyone told me, you're not regular. And the only reason why I wasn't regular is because of the way I was brought up. I didn't want to go back to that. So I knew that being regular would probably keep me in that poverty situation. So I had to be outlandish with everything. So that's how I am. I'm still like that today. So I moved from Gary with that experience of being a dealer, went to Las Vegas, landed a job at Caesars Flamingo so fast that my family couldn't believe it. Now I went from making $12 an hour to $40 an hour. Now I'm really feeling myself. So now that's when my Instagram came, and I'm on there flexing. I didn't have a YouTube yet. So the way people see me now, I've always been like this. As soon as I got a taste of that money, I had to be like that.
Right. So at what age did you realize that your mom, it wasn't normal?
I think I didn't care until she came back into my life. Because where I'm from, this story I'm telling is the norm. I'm not the only one whose mom was on drugs. I'm not the only one whose father died in prison. It was so normalized that I didn't even really think.
No, I'm not gonna cap though. Gary, Indiana, I've been there a few times. Gary, Indiana is rough. I'm not gonna lie, it's rough. It's not like out on the south side of Chicago, but it's like it's very rough. So I definitely know like what he talking about. They be out there in the corners, like prostituting all type of shit. Like it's tough out there.
Until she came back. When she came back, it was 2015. I'm killing it on YouTube, and she popped up. She came to my house in Las Vegas, and I opened the arms. I extended my invitation. Come on in. I gave her the lifestyle that I was experiencing.
Yo.
And that's when I realized, I said, okay, I feel used because you weren't there for me. And her excuse was, I had a problem. I had an issue. She was honest, but that's not a good enough excuse because I'm not going to be there telling my kids 20 years later, oh, I had an issue, I had a problem. I'm going to be telling them why I'm so successful because it was them. I look at my kids and say, I have to do better because I'm not going to be like my mom. So really, I owe everything to my mom. I would say my dad, but he's already freaking dead.
Fact.
Okay. So when you were young, in Gary, Indiana, did you ever see her out, on the corners or things like that?
She came back. She didn't come back frequently, but I never seen her do her thing. But you don't have to see it because being that kid that I was, I'm always in the neighborhood walking around. People would tell me, grown-ups would come up to me like, man, your mama, man. And I would just be like, wow, you gonna tell me this about my mom? And it began to get on my brain and on my heart. And then, like I said, I just pushed it away. That's my mom's decision. She's a grown woman. I'm already grown. I live with my grandmother, my great-grandmother. They've already raised me. They gave me the foundation that she was supposed to give me. And now at that point, I'm just glad she didn't take care of me because I would have been another crack baby. I know how crack babies get passed around. I'm just glad that she actually gave me up to foster care because it was my mom that did that. She started the foster care. She gave us up, and that's how my grandmother came into the picture.
New dial.
Yeah, so I mean, I was just watching this, bro. His mom didn't make him successful. She kind of did because if it wasn't for her putting him in foster care, none of this would be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I went through the same situation. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in Chicago. It was rough. Went through foster care, going from home to home, being mistreated. Like, I know exactly what he's talking about. So, like, yeah, I feel him shit. Like, my mom was on drugs. Her mental wasn't there. So, like, I definitely know what he's talking about. But, yeah, I mean, shit, that's just life, man. Everybody go through something worse. You just got to make the best of it. And you see him now. Look what he did, man. He made the best of that whole situation he was in. Like, he took that, instead of, like, taking that and being sad all the time and every day, he took that and went to grind with that shit. And look at him now. And I see people in, like, I don't really know him much. Like, I haven't seen, like, I don't watch him. I don't think I'm subscribed to him, but he definitely got a subscription from me. But yeah, like, I see people in the comments about the drama going on, and they like, oh, he not, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, he always flaunting his money, and he do this, he do that. Like, it's like, bro, like, y'all don't know, like, how it feels to, like, come from nothing. And then, like, you ain't got to ask nobody for shit. Like, you got cars, you got clothes, you got shoes, you got a roof over your head. Like, I've been homeless before, bro. I know how I feel. Like, that's different. Like, he got every right to be cocky. Like, he got every right to brag. He got every right to just, like, be humble. Like, so many people throw the word cocky so much. It's just like, he just happy. Look at him, man. He got the chains, he got the cars, he got the clothes, he got the family, like, he got the kids. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was just it's just all is he grateful. He know where he came from. He made something of that. Like, I don't understand it, bro. Like, shit crazy. Like, and people like bash him and shit like that. But it's like, you ain't really popping if you ain't got people that's gonna hate on you and that's gonna you got people that in the background, they a little jealous of his situation and wish that their situation was better. Man, at the end of the day, I'm proud of him. I don't even know the guy, man. He from where? He from over here. You know what I'm saying? Where I'm at. You know, in Illinois. So like, I'm proud of him, man. I don't know who he is, but I'm proud of him. If I ever see him, that's what I'm gonna tell him. But yeah, we gonna get done with this. This is it for this reaction. Man, I'm about to do the Bully Juice Challenge day 37 today. It's getting tough, man. I ain't gonna lie. Today it's a little annoying. It's the I did it. It was in one of the challenges before with the 20-minute workout. It's two of them. It's the same workout 2 times. So I gotta knock that out. I'm probably just gonna do one video for one, cause I ain't gonna do video for all of them. I just knocked out 2 videos so far today on YouTube. Y'all, man, get me to 100 subscribers, man, by the end of this week, man. I deserve it, man. Follow me on IG at Mike_Lethal_Lomax. Snapchat at Mike Mayweather. Man, we gonna run it up on this YouTube, man. We gotta get it popping, Joe. I'm ready for this, man. I'm ready for all the success. I'm ready for everything, man. I want to be like CJ So Cool, man. I want to be like, man, look, this is where I was, and look at me now. Nah, don't get me wrong. I'm doing better. I'm doing better in my life now. But, like, compared to, like, this YouTube money and all this shit, like, man, I could be doing a lot better, man. But, yeah, I'm going to get up out of here, man. I'm finna do this reaction. I'm going to do this reaction. Not reaction. I'm going to do the Bully Juice Challenge right now. I'll probably knock out the first 20 minutes and then do the second one while I'm working. I mean, after I'm gonna do the second one, I'm gonna do the live stream for the second one, and record it or whatever and post it on YouTube. But yeah, it's your boy Mike Lethal, man. And I'm out.